You know, with the Christmas season, it's easy to be overwhelmed. But what we want to challenge you to do is to be overwhelmed by the grace of God. Not to be overwhelmed by the circumstance or the things of life and how at times we can worry, we can doubt, we can fear. But we want to look at the Christmas story and see how we can be overwhelmed by the grace of God. It was probably overwhelming for Mary as she faced the prospect of having the Son of God and giving birth to this child, and knowing that there were going to be so many questions, so many things that she didn't know how to answer. But she was overwhelmed by the grace of God, and therefore her response was, God, I am your servant. I want to trust you, and so do with me as you will. I think in order for us to do that, to be overwhelmed by God's grace, we have to first say, God, I set you apart as the Lord of my life. I know what I believe. I believe that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And so I'm going to follow you with every aspect of my life. And my life is going to point others to that grace. My life is going to show them who God is and what He did for me. We do that with love. We do that with making sure that we don't force it. We just allow the grace of God to cover our lives. As you head into the Christmas season, I pray that the grace of God would just cover you, that you won't be overwhelmed by it in such a way that it surprises you. Don't be surprised by the grace of God, but rejoice in it. Join us next week as we look at the story of Christmas and we see how God comes and just meets Joseph and he responds to the grace of God. Do it with love. We love you guys. Have a blessed week.